commodity money. And that existed, that different, the two types existed almost from the beginning, about 2,700 years ago, or 2,600, whatever it was, when they started using gold and silver coin in Asia Minor. At the same time, or very shortly thereafter, Sparta started using frozen iron cakes, and Rome used bronze bars. Now these were actually a fiat money. They were not a so-called commodity money. They could be created in whatever numbers the government thought necessary in both Sparta and Rome. And that type of money existed in Sparta for 300 years and in Rome for 500 years. And it was actually the foundation of its power that made Rome what it was later on. They then spent the historical conversion by Rome over to gold and silver actually set in motion and ruined the empire, as it ruined the republic, then later the empire. Because it meant that the money was now convertible. It didn't circulate only inside the Roman Republican area. It could now be used to buy luxury goods, which were primarily imported from Persia and India. So the necessity flowed out. And what that cast is that the western part of the Roman area then fell into a permanent depression. It was depopulated and basically went down the tubes. But that convertibility of the money basically drained Rome of its specie. There's a current issue going on right now. One of the powers of the Chinese economy is that its currency is not convertible. That is, you can't speculate in Chinese currency. You can't trade it on the world's financial markets. It can only be used to support trade in goods and services. That's the dirty secret that they try to keep from us, is that the power of the Chinese industry, its growth power, is largely based on two things. They still use statutory reserves. They moved the reserve from 6% to 7% some time ago when it was considered to be overheating. They didn't touch interest rates. So their industry didn't get choked. And their currency is not convertible. The yuan, or the renminbi, is not convertible. That gives them the power to control their system. And this is the one they don't tell anybody about. These are the two aspects that make China the powerhouse that it is economically. The inconvertibility of their currency gives them control over it, and gives them control over its and their control over the trade. Now, the other thing is, well, anyway, it's this issue of allowing money to be a commodity or making sure that it's purely a token. See, in reality, it's all token money. The commodity aspect is in reality a fraud. It's an illusion.